Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate, and I'm honored to be having with me over the phone straight away is Dr. Mohamed Bayoumi, the UN expert in the environmental affairs and a participant in the forum for today. Dr. Bayoumi, thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate over the phone.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Anytime. How did you see the opportunity to be participating in the World Urban Forum to be held here in Egypt for the first time in the history of the country, but for the second time in the history of Africa, discussing urbanization and the cultural heritage of Cairo and Egypt in general?
The scenery today was really great in the WUF 12, in the World Urban Forum. We're talking about 40,000 participants. This is the figure that I heard. Very well organized event. This comes, after Egypt has hosted two large environment forums. In 2018, Egypt has hosted the Convention on Biodiversity, the COP14, which was held in Sharm el-Sheikh, and obviously in 2022 it was the big event on the United Nations framework on the Convention of Climate Change, which was the COP27. So this is the third event, global event in environment-related issue that Egypt hosts in a row. The event was attended today by 100 mayors. As I said, it looked fantastic. The event comes to promote the sustainability of cities. Cities are known to be the largest consumer of energy and the largest generator of waste. So obviously cities deserve to have, or urban areas in general deserve to have the forum in order to improve resource efficiency, work on the sustainability of the transport system, conservation of resources like water and energy, management of waste, and biodiversity conservation if it overlooks an important globally significant biodiversity system. Today, my intervention, I was invited by the Ministry of Youth and Sports in a side event that was organized in the Egyptian Pavilion. I had the honor to attend this event with young people, attending and speaking about their experience of the climate actions induced by young people and youth. The event was inaugurated by His Excellency Dr. Ashraf Subhi, Minister of Youth and Sports. And the event was around the participation of young people in climate action related to cities. There were young people, actually. I was happy to see these young people from part of the Egyptian negotiation team, and some of them are handling local actions at the national level. My contribution actually was about the opportunities and open opportunities for youth in terms of business opportunities that are created by the decrease in the prices of renewable energy and energy efficiency, in the essence of the energy transition. Energy transition is a big job that requires the collaboration of the civil society, the NGOs, the private sector, the government, in order to achieve energy transition, which offers opportunities for governments and states, to have access to electricity and clean sources of energy at a cheap rate, much cheaper than we used to get from fossil fuel. And obviously this opens business opportunity, which opens by default opportunities for young people to establish companies and benefit from this opportunity which comes with climate change.
Yes, Dr. Mohamed Bayoumi, the UN expert in the environmental affairs and the participant in the forum for today. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate over the phone. And we will be heading to the other report of the Daily Debate for tonight, focusing on the World Urban Forum and the urbanization in specific, how it will be impacting and affecting the communities in Egypt, in Africa, in the Arab world, and in the world. So we'll be having more details in the upcoming report. Stay tuned. Egypt's 12th World Urban Forum addresses the urbanization and its impact on communities. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs held high-level meetings in Cairo to finalize the preparations for hosting the upcoming 12th World Urban Forum, the WUF, scheduled for the 4th till the 8th of November of 2024. The WUF, convened under the United Nations Human Settlements Programme, the UN Habitat, every 2 years, aims to address the rapid urbanization and its impact on the communities, cities, economies, climate change and the policies. The forum's current edition will be held in African continent for the first time in over 2 decades. Earlier in October, Ministry of Foreign Affairs hosted a high-level meeting chaired by the Ambassador Hamdi Sha'ban, Assistant Foreign Minister for the International Cooperation, in the presence of the Ambassador Atif Salim, General Coordinator of the WUF, and representatives of the UN Habitat and key ministries to tackle the challenges of sustainable organization. It emphasized the importance of showcasing the Egyptian experience in the urban development and planning over the past decade. The meeting also underscored that the Egyptian hosting of the WUF should positively impact the efforts to boost the national economy, particularly in the urban and the housing development. The forum presents a valuable opportunity to promote the export of the Egyptian real estate and introduce new investment projects in the real estate sector. Furthermore, it sheds more light on the real estate developers, the private sector and the major Egyptian companies that are encouraged to leverage the opportunity to showcase the capabilities, expand the international partnerships and strengthen the presence in the Arab and the African markets. The forum highlights the urban development priorities of developing countries in alignment with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. The UN established the World Urban Forum in 2001. It is the second most important event on the UN agenda after the Climate Summit. Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate, and I'm honored to be having with me over the phone on the Daily Debate for tonight is Engineer Abdulrahman Fahmy, the International Sustainable Development Expert. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the program. Engineer Abdulrahman Fahmy. Engineer Abdulrahman Fahmy, can you hear me? Of course, we did see today the inauguration of the 12th session of the World Urban Forum, as we shed light throughout the episode for tonight on Egypt hosting the World Urban Forum, the WUF, the 12th session of it, from the 4th and until the 8th of November of 2024. Engineer Abdulrahman Fahmy, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Thank you very much for being with us tonight. How do you see the importance of Egypt, and more specifically Cairo, hosting such an important conference, as this is the second most important conference or event on the United Nations agenda after the COP? Of course, Egypt hosted the COP27.
Yes, indeed. Following the marvelous consensus and the marvelous achievement in COP27, it came actually clear for the world that also Cairo is leading not only the African efforts towards sustainable development, localization, but also globally. And the 12th session of the World Urban Forum is taking place, started today until the 8th of November, with the theme of localization, and it all starts within home. The main themes are how to localize the sustainable development agenda, how to start within cities. As you know, around 4.4 billion people live in city, which is the biggest population distribution ever. And Cairo set an example actually in a lot of modalities that has to do with urban transformation, like the transportation, like the energy transition, the waste management, etc. So this year, Egypt has the pleasure to host the 12th session of the UN Habitat World Urban Forum.
Yes, Engineer Abdulrahman Fahmy, the International Sustainable Development Expert. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate. And this brings us to the end of the Daily Debate for tonight. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.